What's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Holy crap, it's Friday again. How the week flies. But you know what? Here we are. We're live, and we're going to talk about a few things and, of course, answer your guys' questions. But I have to throw this up. David, 15 minutes before the show was even live, throwing up a super chat, super sticker, man. Thank you, David. And I still need to get with you to fix your settings on your computer. You and I think you were mentioning Mullen, too. I think he needed some tips or help on that. So still need to do that maybe this weekend if you got some time. I think I'm a little bit more freer this week than the past week. So we'll have to meet up for sure, dude. Got a lot of people in here already, almost 20 on the live stream. It's awesome. You guys are on point with it. You know what? I was like, you know what? We got a lot of people waiting. Let's go a little bit early. We'll do it. We'll have some fun. What's going on? Basehead 30, always tuning in. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, man. 25, what's going on, buddy? I know Deviant's late, but you know, he's always late. It's okay, man. It's like it's always rigged. Dub Team, oh snap, that kicker clock, you like that? I usually keep that in my living room, but you know how kids are kids. It got knocked down and I had to put it back together. I'm like, you know what? It is a great piece. I might as well keep it here. Plus, I want to make another one. So, depending on my mood where I put the other one at, if I keep one here, I'm definitely going to keep one here. I want to make one out of an L7. I have an L7R that's blown that Keenan Zabransky gave me. Well, I actually got it off of Jeffy, but Jeffy got it off of him. He was the guy that gave me the JBL boombox to test, the Extreme 3, and I just need to pull it apart and throw a clock in it. I think it's so cool, you know what I mean? I know they had one with the Q series, I don't know if Kicker made it or not, but I did see that was for sale at one time, maybe like 5 years ago or so, and it like lit up and everything. I thought it was really cool. David says Andy was about using the gaming headsets. Okay, so did you fix your audio though? I know there was something with your audio. We have to go over that for sure, dude. The gaming headsets. See, I'm not real big on gaming headsets, other than, you know, mic settings and audio settings for the computer. I know the basics, been through it. Dub Team says, man, that is really sweet. I'd pay sweet coin for that clock, man. You know, I wouldn't mind doing it. I used to have more blown kickers and subwoofers just literally as garden gnomes, and I kind of was forced by my friends and my significant other to throw them away. Otherwise, I'd have a few more cones at my disposal to make them, and that's the thing. You know, the clocks aren't expensive, the labor's not bad, other than taking it apart and salvaging the cone without breaking it. But it's just getting the blown woofers, because who wants to do that to a brand new sub? I surely don't. Bobby says Andy's still waiting on my clock. Bobby B, what's going on, buddy? Audio swag is awesome. Yeah, I heard are you making merchandise, 99? I seen something about your video about it, and I'm sorry about the Unmasked show. I seen your one video. Yes, it was pretty infomercial-y, but, you know, if you're going to watch any infomercial, what better infomercial than Kicker or car audio? So it's cool, and I'm a sucker for merchandise and just, you know, Kicker stuff. I don't care what it is. Just it could be, you know, toilet paper and it has Kicker on it. Like, yeah, I want it. You know what I mean? I know a few of you guys are like that too. So it worked for me, and maybe not so others that aren't, you know, dedicated Kicker fans or whatever. I do wish they would have, you know, interacted with the community and the comment section a little bit more. But at the same time, they were trying to show off what they had done, and Sandy does a lot of work for that. And you guys got to hear that we're going to have Kicker Club merchandise, so that's pretty cool. We've been in the works with it, and absolutely, man, I think it's cool. You know, it's humbling, and I'm truly blessed to be able to do that. To make a Facebook page, yeah, it's about Kicker and stuff, but for them to go out of their way and literally make and produce and, you know, take care of you guys. Of the group. I think that's so cool. D4L Deviant has arrived. What's going on, buddy? Thank you for tuning in tonight, man. There's Vega. On time. What's going on, buddy? I'm going to get that bullfrog packed up this weekend, and that will be back to you. By the way. Bobby B says, Andy, Kicker fanboy for life. That is the truth, man. Dynamic duo in full effect. I seen you message me, Richard. Ricky on Facebook. I just haven't been able to look at it real fast. Busy. I seen there was something about decals and Kicker stuff. I think Kick's coming back. I don't know when. I'm not going to say this week. I'm not going to say next week. But I don't know. I just have that gut feeling that he will. Yeah. I wish I knew more. Your evening just got a whole lot better. Yeah, because you're here, buddy. And 25. You know it, man. RGA says, I couldn't watch very long. I just couldn't. I mean, you know, it depends. I mean, yeah, it was a lot about their merchandise, and it's like you could have went through it a little bit faster, maybe. But there was a lot of stuff there. And the only thing, like, I don't care about that stuff. Like, I like it. I like watching it and whatever. It's not the most interesting for a lot of people. But I was upset. I'm like, I want to buy the tool. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. Because I'm an impulse buyer, especially with this stuff. And it wasn't available. I'm like, man, I know it's probably going to be available pretty soon, but I wanted to buy it now. You know what I mean? I wanted to buy it now. It's bad enough with the L7X, but they have good reasons for that. Got lots of comments here, guys. Holy moly. Thanks for dropping them. Okay. Shh. No. No way, man. No way. I mean, I've been talking to him about Twisted Tees and Palmers, but, you know, nothing nothing about anything, and I'm not gonna, bother him about it. I'm not. But I wish him well, man, and I hope that everything he's going through that, gets better with whatever it is, man. Bobby B says, speaking of swag, Andy sticker go out yet? No, because I was going to buy the one from the website and send it to you, like I said. And I looked at it, and it's only 1 inch by 4 inches. I'm like, that's dumb. So what I need to do is get the transfer tape. And once I have the transfer tape, I'll throw you a couple extra ones, too, for the weight and stuff. But yeah, man, because I had the vinyl already printed out and the color and whatever, but the transfer tape that you actually use to put on wasn't working well. It wasn't even pulling up the decal, and I know how to menangle it because I do decals, but to just give that to you, you'd pull it off and half the stickers would be on it, half would still be on the other part. So I want to make sure you're done right, buddy. I just haven't made decals in about a year or so, and we have good stuff, and I don't know where it went, so I have to get more. Maybe, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it, but you know what? Right. You gotta watch what you say online. Anybody. That's why I try not to get too much into anything like that, or just, off side jagging, Vega. Too much off track. But yeah, dude, I don't think so. I really don't. But it could always be something, man, and I hope not. I hope not. Andy going live after Kicker Unmasked until Kip comes back. You know what? I was going to do that Tuesday. I'll probably do it this Tuesday here for you guys. I wanted to get those videos out before the Down for Sound was not on sale anymore. Plus, it's like, come on, man, I need my boom boxes back. And it's like, I just need to push this video out, get it done, and move on to the next stuff I have to do. So, yeah, I should be doing that. Hashtag pet jokes. It's all right, Vega. We don't know what happened to Kip. We do not know. I don't either. And even if I did, I don't know if I'd say anything. But at the same time, I hope he's doing okay, man. Right, Kicker needs to market their stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like they do that show, the Kicker Unmasked show, weekly for you guys. They don't charge you a dime. You get to win free stuff. And it's like, okay, I get it. There's one show. It's like not, super informational. You're not getting something from it other than maybe possibly buying something from them. But they do it for free. And you guys give me super chats. I get monetized. I'm making money from this. So yeah, there's that. They're not. But they're a big business. Do they need to? But at the same time, I'm sure they're getting sales from doing the show too. So they're getting paid in some way, some form or fashion. But at the end of the day, they do it for free. So you have to understand, you got to watch an ad once in a while. You know what I mean? Okay. What's going on, Paul? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. The chat was lit as always. Double D's on your face. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. And then that's how the Unmasked show is. Any podcast you watch, any kind of TV show, you're going to have your highs and lows. But yeah, dude, absolutely. I do feel that, but at the same time, be strong for them, man. Sound like CNN? I can't. RG says, I'm not against marketing products, just not my thing to watch infomercials. Right, and I mean, that's kind of what it is every day. It's just they're more interactive and learning things rather than selling certain products. And yeah, I mean, I get it. It is Kicker merchandise and they're trying to sell like the things here and there. But I mean, they still, it's nice to help. Like I enjoyed it, but yeah, I get where you're coming from entirely. Right. Bobby says, I agree. They should have it available before talking about it. Right. And I understand, maybe some things and stuff, but for the new stuff, like I know, we know, Bobby, we know what is new before they even talk about it, and it's like I want to get that now before it's gone, and it wasn't there, and I'm like, oh man. But that's with anything, dude. Yeah, thank you guys for your comments, man. Keep them coming. I'm trying to keep up with them. I do want to get to the topic tonight, but you know how it is. We could talk about the topic and then go from another topic to another topic, so. Yeah, Dub says, there's a lot of new people to the game. Seeing the infomercial would entice them to move to Kicker. Good idea, to be honest. Right, there's pros and cons with every which way you approach making content and running a business. Larry has a good point. Thought it was odd that they mentioned people that were not there but didn't mention Kip. Hashtag free Kip. Yeah, my gut is telling me that. And Kayla says the same thing, man. Andy, it was a rigged contest. If it ain't rigged, it ain't Kicker, man. Deviant says, good news for y'all. My pit Jaxie has been crated for 4 weeks because he slipped a disc, and today he ran around. 2 more weeks of recovery. Well, that's good. He's doing better, man. That's crazy. I didn't know that happened. Chris, what's going on? Want to put at least one L7 in my 2017 Camaro. That's all you really need, man. I mean, I feel like the Camaro, well, that's the trunk. They don't have the hatches anymore. Absolutely, man. You'll be happy with that. Throw a nice like CX800 or 1200 or KX 1200 or something like that on there, and you'll be happy, man. Right, Vega? He's feeling the same here. We're all in the same boat, man. .25 says Kip has his angle, but he's a good guy. He's one of the most genuine people I know, man. And I know him more than a lot of people, and it's just, I understand. But I hope everything works out. I really do. Whatever the situation is, man. Because it's like he got sick, he came back, and then disappeared, and it's like, huh. What's going on, Scott? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I threw up your chat, and I forgot that. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, I was live on TikTok. I seen Scott there last night. Cancel culture. Gotta watch what you say. Deviant says, Andy, he made one appearance the night after Base Wars, then been out since. I mean, you might be onto something, but I don't know. I don't know, and I haven't seen him in the chats. I've seen him on Facebook posting stuff, so I don't know. And then, like I said, I'm not hearing nothing. Troy says, I'll do your dirty work. Let's see here. Vega says, I don't know, man. Something is definitely amiss, though. Absolutely, dude. Did Kip get in trouble for doing a Chinese impression? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know if they know about that. I mean, we could have made the whole topic about Kip. I'm fine with that. I love Kip. I got 5 on it. Dub Team said, who's ever heard a bass head that started on Boss Audio as happy as a new bass head with Kicker stuff? I mean, when you get into car audio, man, I feel like, whatever you get, you're going to think it's the best stuff, regardless if you start at $50 or $1,000, if you never heard it, it's going to sound like the good stuff. So, I don't know. I felt like I've always been happy with the systems until I got something louder and then went back a page and I'm like, oof. Yeah, let's just go back to that, or we need to do something totally different. Let's see. 25 throwing the plug. Dynamic Duo presents Living Loud with Andy and Sound Advice on Mondays plus Bass Wars. Absolutely, man. Bass Wars this week, was that, what's his name, was Slamology? I forget. I'm getting my days confused. I don't know if that was this week or last week. Deviant says they should get do a weekly Sandy sesh where she gets 5 minutes to. Yeah, dude, and she did good. She held her own there with John. Topic? What's a topic, right? That a kicker clock in the back? Absolutely, man. That's a 15-inch kicker comp R. I got that off of comp. I got that off of Dan at the Stereo Shop in Greensburg. It was a customer's. He blew it. Got a new setup. It was blown. Came with a box. It was pretty crappy too. I tried to fix that, but it's just, you know, that 5/8-inch MDF. It's just junk. And then the sub, and I'm like, ooh, I'll take it. And yeah, turned into a kicker clock. I literally bought the internal parts for like $10 or something like that, man. It's super simple. It's just hard getting them things apart. Nice shirt. Thanks, man. I just picked this one up, dude. I like it. It's the OG of kicker shirts, man. 25 has a good topic. How to pick up women. Don't do it. Don't do it. RG says don't spend money on audio. Don't spend your money on audio for sure. I don't know, man. I started spending money on audio and I found the right girl. When you start spending your money on not audio, I don't know. Might find one that maybe doesn't like audio. And that's not good. Bobby says, Andy, the quad box picture I posted on Kicker Club reached 400 likes. Way crazy. I know, man. You know, I feel like people like that stuff. And not everyone has seen that. Like, that was like one of the beginning posts. I forget who made it. It might have been Aaron, 40 Hertz guy, that posted that before the quad really came out. And it did really good. But that was back like December, you know, last year, or year before, whatever. So, yeah, dude, people like to see that. And they may not have seen that picture before. And you see all those quad boxes from the original release. It's a sight to see, man. Hashtag free kip. I'm going to have to start putting that in all my videos, everything I post. How to pick up women and win. Give them Living Loud by Andy merch. There you go. They'll be like, who's that guy? Oh, just trust me. He's funny. He's good. He's good. Kip is that dude, Vega. We all miss him. No speaker I ever owned got me anything. Then you're talking to the wrong women, RGA. That's the problem, man. That's the problem. Let's see. Deviant has a good idea. Living Loud with Andy crotchless panties. Available now on the website. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for throwing that on there. Yeah, Deviant takes care of all the Living Loud with Andy merchandise. If you hear about him talking about it, it's already up on the page. Love you and support you, buddy. Oh, man. Let's see. Got lots of comments. I'm trying to get through them. Todd, what's going on, buddy? Hashtag free kip. Let's see. Dude, I just watched that video. Did anyone see Steve Mead's video on LOC? I didn't see the first one. I saw the one he posted last night. Great, dude. Like the way he tested it with the O-scopes, the input and the output voltage and all that kind of fun stuff. That was really interesting because you would think that, you know, if you're not clipping, that it's a good signal. But is the signal matching the input signal? Are you getting a complete wave? And I think it was the more engineering guy, Tony, right, was saying that that's because there's other octaves coming into that wave and it's shifting the wave and just how it works. So I think that video was very informative, and I can't wait till he sends all those crappy ones to Tony to see exactly why on that fancy machine. Dub Team Yes and Robot Underground shot back at Mead. No way. I'm gonna have to watch that. Blake says the show just isn't the same without Kip. You ain't lying, buddy. And I know that they know that, you know, and they're trying their hardest, and they got good guys that can, you know, do the job. But it's like, it's Kip, man. It's Kip. He is down to earth, and he is funny. He has jokes off the top of his head. You know, and it's just, it's hard. It's hard. Have you seen him, The Hunt for Master Kip? While RGA says robot for real shot back. Meanwhile, I'm sitting back with popcorn. When did he post that? Like today or something? While Dub Team says, I started on Boss, went to Kicker, and finally opened my eyes to real audio. I mean, for the price, you know, for that entry, getting into car audio, Boss isn't... Okay, it's the worst. But, you know, it's not that bad, if done right. Kettle Corn. Have you seen him? The Search for Animal Kip. El Fuego, I thought you weren't going to make it. Hi, guys, I'm back. A Kicker sub has cleaned my clock. Wait, a Kicker sub has cleaned my clock in the past. I don't know what you mean, El Fuego, but thank you for tuning in, buddy. Mark Duncan, everyone wants to know, man. I was just talking to Kayla about this. Everyone's tagging me in this, all this stuff, and it's not just now, but all the time. You know, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Supposedly it was supposed to be around spring this time, Q1, Q2, but that could be anywhere from January to June. So I'm thinking hopefully around then. If they're going to release anything, it's going to be on the Unmasked show first. I'm not going to release anything on my own behalf, even if I knew, just like with other stuff. But I know nothing, and there hasn't been anything. So I'm sure, you know, they're making their way as soon as they can to get it released to you guys. But at the same time, man, I don't know. Let me scroll up here. I feel like I'm missing some comments here. Yeah, I got missing a lot here. Yeah, just a few. Larry, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in, man. The scary thing is that you guys, Andy, Vega, etc., know Kip personally and do not... Right. We don't know what's going on, man. Didn't want to get into it, and I understand. I mean, that's people's personal business, but you know what I mean? Let's see. Well, we're almost a half an hour into this. Let me throw up this real fast. This is the poll that I did for you guys. And it says, when your system isn't as loud as you planned, what's your first move? And that's why I kind of topicked this, you know, show about, you know, why don't you might not be happy with your system. So the results are pretty clear, you know. Honestly, what do you guys mostly voted? There's 110 votes here. Just different design and enclosure. And I feel like, you know, you're going to get the most out of that in most cases. Because you can add more power or more subs, but I feel like, you know, that might be different. It depends on all kind of scenarios. It was just, you know what I mean? Like, what is your first go-to? Add more electrical. Very key, man. You know what I mean? Maybe you're just not making enough power because your voltage is dropping. Add more amps. I mean, I feel like that's almost the same thing as electrical, but just more power. And subs, I mean, maybe you just not gonna get, no matter what you do, more power, different enclosure, you're just not gonna have enough bass. So I feel like they're all good answers. It's not like there's a wrong answer, you know, and there's a lot of comments here that I wanted to throw up too, of just, you know, what you guys said about it and what you know, your extra step in it too. Let me get to the comments real fast here. Let's see. See, Mullen's in here. Sup, homies? Just had to watch the Soundman vid. Soundman? Let's see. Okay, cool. Vegas is starting a second channel living at moderate volumes with Vega. That's good. That's good. That's it, man. All right. So, Deviant said 3 out of 4 of us so far are DIY box builders. So, right. That would be to change the enclosure. So you're absolutely right on that. And then the average guy audio, 1983, he's usually in here now, says for me, it would be a start over from scratch. You know, and I feel like that is the best. Get rid of any other kind of variable so you have more flexibility to be able to do what you want to do. And then maybe you just didn't have the right plan in mind to get the right performance and outcome of your system that you wanted to get. Got V13 up in here. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. All right. Now, this is a big one here. Let me zoom in so I can read this. Live It Up Every Day says, obviously, if you have done everything right... Oh, you know what? I can't see that. Hold on. I'm going to have to pull off the brand sticker real fast. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. There we go. We did it. Obviously, if you have done everything right, the wise person would increase cone area and do everything right the second time around again. That is, if you're talking actual music and not burping. Adding power would be kind of stupid because it's not like you can listen to it with power extremely past the peak ratings. Pretty much just saying, you know, you're not going to be, you know, playing that because the subs aren't going to be able to handle it that long, especially for burping SPL purposes. It only heat up faster. Get out of here about the extra power being clean. Regardless, power is heat. Besides, who listens to 10 to 30 second songs? You get the point. So increasing the cone area and doing everything to support that update correctly again would be the wisest choice. You obviously know what you're talking about. Thank you for your comment, man. And right, I absolutely agree with everything you said. Yeah, you can add cone area, and yes, with the power, you can add more power, but I feel like, you know, you can never have too much power. So you have to play within moderation. So absolutely, man. And then, of course, we have below there 25 to life. Maybe you've just outgrown your system. You know, that could be a point too, where it's just, you know, you had it for so long and you want to just upgrade. You know what I mean? After a while, it just turns like the bass, it just doesn't hit the same. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let me check out the comments real fast. Of course, we have Deviant up in here saying his weekly PSA for Annie's Patreon. We all enjoy the content, chat interaction, etc. This dude asked for $1 a month on Patreon. You've lost a buck in the wash, and they take PayPal. Easy peasy. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Love what you do, and thank you for the shout out, buddy. Absolutely, man. Yeah, the Patreon's pretty cool. You guys get early access, and I'm going to add for the, you know, $5 to $10 Patreons, you know, you can get my phone number and pretty much contact me whenever. And, yeah, I think that's pretty cool, you know, because I get there's Messenger. Some guys don't have Facebook. And, you know, if you need help on something, I'm there. Let's see. Shade Tree Living, thanks for tuning in, man. Parker did a video with a 15, and it said it was louder than his 12. Yeah, he did that. What was it? The Backbrick Audio or whatever that brand is. Right. I mean, his testing is, it's okay. It's better than nothing. It works. It shows you, you know, whatever. But I feel like he pushes the power too far. That's why I redid my, you know, what position works better for whatever SPL, because whenever there was more power applied, the results were kind of veered one way or another because of loading factors and stuff like that. So if you would just throw like the RMS power to each sub for each one that he tested, I feel like that would be more accurate than being like, oh, well, we can send 4K to this sub and it's, you know, it sounds like poop, but the score went up. So there's factors like that, and like, you know, I've seen a lot where it's like the kicker didn't do so good, but you only put like 1,000 watts to it, and it was like doing the same score as other subs that needed 3,000. And I mean, if you dig into the content, you can find good stuff in it. Not saying it's bad, but it's just, you know, for the people that what we do, you know, that next level stuff, you can find decent, I guess, stats to compare. I feel like he needs to do that where he does all his videos and pretty much make a chart, you know, like SPL, power, size, all this stuff of everything he's done. Okay, let's see. Anything in the chat? We got DIY Audio Guy. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. How you doing? Of course, V13. Let's see here. 25 says your phone number available for extra time. No, Andy. Yeah, after 9 it's free. Actually, after 12, you know, gotta put the kids to sleep. Some guys don't have Facebook. Hashtag Deviant25. You know it. I'll just say your name next time. Let's see. Okay. I know, Fuego, you don't have Facebook either, man. You guys are nuts. James Chowders, thanks for tuning in, man. How you doing? Bobby B says, Andy, SPL Labs sponsorship still in the works. With them being from Russia and everything going on, I don't know about that. We'll see. Hey, hopefully, you know, that'd be cool one day, you know what I mean? And like, hook them up, help me out. That'd be cool. All right, let's get back to your guys' answers. Okay, the next one here, Paul Good. Thank you for your comment, man. I know you're in here watching. Check and see if everything is correct. Find the weak link and address it. Maybe input signal is junk, maybe electrical, maybe power. These days, it's almost never a need for more power. Almost always poor system design, poor input signal from factory head unit. But it's all that's good, then better, box or explaining realistic expectations. I like how you cover kind of everything, because that's the way you kind of have to look at it. It's like there is no left or right. Card audio and problems and gain and like this conversation, there's lots of gray areas. Lots of variables, and the more you get into it, the more you listen to other people, the more you can figure out what works and what doesn't, and what your next step to do, instead of wasting money on just, you know, okay, well, I just need a bigger amp, and you don't upgrade your electrical, or vice versa, you know what I mean? So absolutely, man, and good comment there. All right, let's see here. What the heck was that line there? Sorry. RGA, blame it on everything but me, then eat my pride and get to work figuring out my elementary school math failed me. Edit, curse the audio gods, and question possible hearing damage also. I can't even. Thanks for your comment, man. Yeah, right. Just blame it on RGA, man. Troy, my dude, says add more bass boost and loudness. It's free, and I'm finna use it. Thank you for your comment too, buddy. Jam 210, get a bigger amp. I mean, honestly, you can, but again, like a lot of things, play in moderation. You can never have too much power, but you can't be just cranking it the whole way and, you know, either driving your enclosure or your subwoofer to mechanical limit, or just throwing way too much power and just too much heat, and the subwoofer can't dissipate it. And then Bobby B says, suck it up and deal with it. I can't. I mean, that's one way. That is one way, Bobby. Just suck it up and deal with it. You know, you lost. You're done. Just deal with it for the rest of your life in your prefab box on your 12 volt, 10 volt system. Thank you guys for your comments. I think that's pretty cool. It's easier with the PDF to just throw it up. I take screenshots, and I think I might do that, you know, once in a while. So you guys, you know, if you want to, I don't know, just get shouted out or whatever. I think it's cool. I think it's cool to do that, and it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and you guys get to have fun along the way. Why not? All right, let's catch up on some questions here. We got 28 people in the chat. If you're just tuning in, we're just hanging out, talking about car audio and maybe why you're not so happy with your system. And we went over a little poll of, you know, what is the first way to fix that if you are unhappy with it. All right, let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. Now let me move down to... Just Me says $75 for a large dual 15 box. That's not too bad. That's actually really cheap. I would check to see if it is actually 3/4 inch MDF or if it's like 5/8 or 1/2 inch. 25 says you guys on the comments are gonna make sure to vote Pebbles and Beardy better than RVH Riley. I don't know, inside joke, not getting it. John, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Yo, yo, yo. You know, the Vega thing. What's going on, Vega? Andy is a Yankee, but he's an honorary Southerner. You're darn tootin' there, Vega. Yep. Oh, man. El Fuego says, SPL Labs, not too popular in Ukraine at the moment. Right, dude. Isn't that something, man? It's like, oh, everything else is slowing down, and oh, whoa. WW3, that could happen. Go get the toilet paper. Oh, goodness gracious. The life we live in these days, the world, it's crazy, man. I like Yankees. Most of them are great people. I can't. Let's see. Ronico 160. What is up? What is going on, man? Thanks for tuning in again. Appreciate you, man. Deviant about to hit them 45s, man. 45 is a respectable SPL number, man. I really do feel like once you're there, you're pretty loud. I know. No one said it this whole time, so I probably got one like from David. Okay? Don't forget to smash the like button. Helps the YouTube algorithm and makes me feel good when I go lay down. It's like, oh, look at all the likes I got from my live tonight. They care. They care. No, really, it does help. It absolutely does. It's cool because it's like, you know, like I said all the time, you know, when you guys are watching, I see how many people are on here. I go check it out after. It's like almost 100%, you know, and sometimes it's more. It's like, okay, so I had more, you know, but maybe they didn't watch the whole thing. But I know we got a life. You got a life, you know, got to scroll off sometimes. But I appreciate you guys just being here. I really do. And I look forward to these Fridays. Shade Tree Living said, more woofers, bigger sound. You sound like caveman there. One of my loudest systems had 412s and only an MTX 425 watts, so watts not everything, right? And I feel like if you're trying to get pretty loud on nothing, use cone area. Why do you think I got that scar? It's an 18 for $130, man, for the amount of cone area you're getting. Yeah, you could probably run 2 of them getting louder and everything, but you know, let's just stick with 1 and see what we can get. But absolutely, man, cone area is king for SPL, and excursion helps some. Just Me says, I have a nice box, just needs more port area. Yeah, you can do that. It might raise your tuning a tad and help, you know, with how the box works, man, but it all depends. You might open up that port and then you might gain a little bit SPL, but real strict on certain frequencies. That's usually what happens sometimes if you go too far off the spectrum. MBE has port area down and all I can get to work is small ports. Right, and I feel like when big ports work well, like the way he designs his box, he's not using the max spec. If you use max spec and big ports, usually doesn't work all so well. You kind of have to find that medium area of whatever you're trying to do, and then you can go a little bit bigger on the port. Small ports work because whenever it plays above the tuning, it almost acts like a sealed enclosure, and below, yada yada. But a smaller port, at the worst scenario, is going to work like a sealed enclosure. A big port is going to act like you got a hole in your box. So, yeah, absolutely, man. Takes some math for sure. Back and forth. Talk about dampening factor. Of what I know, it's just with the amp and how the amp controls the woofer. And whenever you're playing music and the sine wave is going up, the amp has to literally pull that subwoofer back down. And that is literally dampening factor, signal to noise ratio, the signal floor. I don't know enough about it to be like, here's A to Z about it. That's something you would have to ask, or maybe Tony to more engineering would know a lot about, maybe Derek or Rob. I don't know too much about that. I know what it does. I know you want a good dampening factor, and Terra amps kind of don't have that. So I know that much. Big ports for the win! How's your box doing filming it? It's doing good. I'm not filming it really. I took a couple shots, a couple pictures. I might throw it in on something, but I haven't really, you know what I mean? It's in a basement, bad lighting, you know, but I got some shots of what we're doing and stuff. It's pretty cool actually. Maybe I could just pull up something here. Let's see. What's pretty cool about it is I removed the 45s because I was making the box a little bit smaller. Here we go. This is what she looks like right now. That on the bottom there is the port, and we actually have like a false wall in there now. And why I'm doing that is to remove airspace. Because the box is a little bit too big. I gained whenever I made it a little bit smaller. So we're doing the same thing and almost making it a little bit smaller. It's going to be 10 cubes, if you call that small. So that instead of the 45s, and they weren't really put in well because we put it in when the baffle was on the box. So totally understandable. But at the same time, I wanted to do it right since we had to take the top off and just restructure things. And yeah, it's going good, man. Paul says, just waiting for the L7X to get a box built. Right, yeah, you don't want to get that box built until you have it in your hands, man. Dampening factor is an amplifier's output impedance. Vega says, I like all good people, even if they insist on calling sodas pop. Or say, use guys instead of y'all. You mean yins? We're yinsers up here. Yeah, I totally say pop. Kayla says soda, though. And I'm like, you mean pop? And she's like, leave me alone. I say y'all too, but like I say, I gotta throw like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Oh man. V3 says, I liked Andy. Thanks, man. I like you too, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Let's see. Blake says, my goal is to hit a 145 with my 212s and a low tune box. I mean, you absolutely can. I would go with like 4 cubes and like an 8-inch arrow. Dude, you'll be there clamping around 1500 watts all day. All day. I did that with Todd's. He was doing a 46 on 2 Kicker QL7s on a KX 2400, but he was only clamping 1000 watts. Box rise out the wazoo at hashtag efficient enclosure at 38 hertz. It was doing a 46. In the trunk. In the trunk. So. Yeah, that was an 8-inch arrow. I think it was like 15 inches long and like 4.5 cubes, give or take. Got someone new here, Leroy Patrice. Thanks for tuning in. Since convertibles have no or little cabin gain, what is the best enclosure type for deep bass? Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like if you're gonna do it, and you have to do it, you want to do it, I would just go with a sealed enclosure. If you go with a ported enclosure, know what you're gonna lose because you're not gonna have that like low end. Build the enclosure big if you can. But limited space with a convertible because all that stuff back there. That's tough. That's really tough because you don't have the vehicle to help. It's like literally you not having a roof and all your bass is just going 5 million ways and not past your ears as well. So, I mean, that's a tough one. I would go with sealed just so a ton of power. So that you would have cone control because you don't have, I mean, yeah, I know cone control can help with ported, but if you play below or above, it goes to the wayside. A sealed enclosure, I absolutely would. And just fire it in because you're going to have a natural sound rather than maybe louder, but only at certain frequencies, and it's not going to be what it normally is because there is no cabin gain. Good question, man. That's tough. Do I suggest putting in a convertible? Hell no. But at the same time, is it doable? Absolutely. I can't. Brian says, Andy's live stream is my excuse why I didn't get anything done on my system. You're supposed to be just listening. That's all you have to do is listen. But I appreciate you commenting and, you know, shenanigans and watching me instead of doing your car audio. But get it done, man. Get it done. Appreciate you. Larry, I hit the like button as soon as I sign into your live. I appreciate you, buddy. Huta's right arm. Thanks for tuning in. You should buy a kazoo, learn a song, bass boost it, and put it in your intro. You know what? That's not a bad idea. DIY Audio Guy says, I enjoy the live stream so much that I hit the like button twice. You know what? I appreciate you, man. I do. That must be a new feature on YouTube. That's cool. Let's see here. V13, small ports equal a lot of port noise. Right, but it depends on what you're running and wind speed and all that kind of fun stuff. Absolutely, man. My port's small on my Cookie Monster, man. It's 7 square inches per cube compared to the enclosure. It's kind of low. But It works. It's an error port, so there's factors that, change things compared to a slot port. If you're looking at just that factor alone of port, square inches per cube. But that's not the only way to look at enclosures, but that's the way I get a good idea on how things work. It's a good reference point for sure. Shade Tree says, I normally stick with sealed boxes because I've seen people run into port issues. Right. Sealed boxes are a lot easier to get right than wrong, and vice versa. For ported enclosures, they're a lot easier to get wrong. I don't know how many people I've seen, like, they literally take a sealed box and then they throw, like, some ports in there, and it's like, oh, did you do this? Oh, yeah, I did this. What's it tuned at? I don't know, man. It just, but it doesn't sound that great, but I just wanted to be louder, and it's a little bit louder. It's like, yeah, man, you're tuned to, like, 72 hertz on these little 2-inch arrows, and they're, like, 4 inches long. It's not doing anything. You got a hole in your box, man. Vega says, I just started liking John. Then he comes around calling Coke pop. Uh-oh. I mean soda, yes. That's exactly what I say all the time, Vega. Soda. Soda pop. My buddy's name is Soda Pop. Donald Wilson. So, best of both worlds, I guess. Yep. Let's see, he's talking to Hi-Fi. MBE won't sell plans. I have looked at others, but really want to try one of his. He won't sell designs? Honestly, I could probably just look at it and tell you what it is. He runs a lot of port area, probably around 16 square inches per cube. I mean, that was like the rule of thumb, 12 to 16, and that's a fucking lie because, if the box is too big, it's just not going to work very well. But I feel like he runs along that. I don't know if he used WinZid or not. I feel like he goes towards the middle spectrum of the enclosure and a big port and a longer port to get that 32 to 34 hertz tuning. He peaks a lot at like 32, 34 too, meaning that usually when that happens is because the port's big. Just saying. Hi-Fi Vegas says, hit up Drew Jones, Baseaholic. Or Mark's AF. Absolutely, dude. They're good box designers, man. They do it for a living. Gotta be good. V13 says, just me, Vega's right. I've heard MBE, and it's good, but definitely not end all be all. Right, and no enclosure is, but I mean, it's better than a prefab, I guess, in some ways. If you want those lows and you want more output, absolutely, for sure it is. Vega says, box design is science more than art, and box building is more than art than science. Right. That's why me and Tony do great together, because he's like Jesus cutting wood, okay? He is the carpenter, and he's more the arts guy. And I'm more like, I know how this stuff works. I know what works, what doesn't. I got the knack for it. And then, I guess apps help, and different formulas and physics. But, yeah, dude, absolutely. I'm not saying I can't build a pretty enclosure. I built some really nice ones. Todd's, that one I was talking about earlier, he just shagged it. I built it and stained it and did the rest and everything. And I did one for 215s. I've done a lot of enclosures, man. I really like the 215 type, 215 kicker L7Rs that I did. Dude, man, people were jealous when that pulled up in the lanes because Cedric, he was competing with it too. In the back of a Bourbon, behind the, I think it was just the second row, because he only had the second row one, but still plenty of space. It was 8 cubes, tuned to around 38 hertz, okay? Who's going to tune to 38? Well, if you want to be loud with those kind of subs, with that kind of power, he had a CX 1800.1, just at 2 ohms on both of them, and he was only clamping like 700 watts, but he was doing like a 45, and like 40 hertz, 41 hertz, but like on like nothing, unlike nothing. And he was doing park and pound. Park and pound was baller, man. He was doing like a 122, 123 and park and pound 1 and clamping like 700 watts. They're like, damn. I'm like, yeah, some square subs back there, bro. You like that? Gotcha, man. They're like, yeah, it's pretty good. John says, on the port too big topic, is the problem with port size being too big like a port resonance issue? I learned a little bit about that. with Toyd's DIY, but I haven't looked into it. What it is just the port is not doing anything. That's what it comes down to. Where you do need, quote, resistance in a way, you know, and you get that acoustization or whatever the word is, harmonics, and why whenever you make it a certain size and length, it makes it a certain tuning. So when you make it too big, you run into just not enough resistance in a way between that or the enclosure too. So whenever the enclosure is too big and the port's too big, what happens is the sub is moving, but it's not able to generate enough pressure with inside the enclosure and the port. So if you have a big box, you need to have a smaller port because it's a harder time to generate that pressure. But when it's a harder time to generate that pressure, usually it's a lower frequency that works very well, and that's why the tuning's pretty low, and it kind of works that way. Vice versa. Whenever the box is small, you want that port bigger because what happens is it doesn't take as much to rarefy and rectify the air in the small cabin of the enclosure. So then you have to open up the port so it can get out. Easy. That's the easiest way to explain it, and it's probably not right, but you know what? That's kind of how it works. So absolutely, man. I try to not dumb it down, but try to explain it to a person that has no idea how the stuff works, but to give them an idea why certain things work and certain things don't, because that's how I had to learn, man. So absolutely. William, thanks for tuning in. Yo, Andy, what is up? Great Friday to you. Great video as always. Thank you for all you do. Appreciate you, man. And I appreciate all my patrons, everyone that tunes in, man. I love you guys. I really do. Thank you, William, so much, man. It means a lot. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up to the comments, but you know me. I start ranting, start going down the path here. Let's see. James Chowder said, did a 54.1 at 1800 watts out of the trunk, but it was a Burt box with an 8-inch arrow. Wow, that's really good. What did you have? Like 212s? There's no way. You would have to 1800 watts with an 8-inch arrow. You had something small. You had like a 10 or a 12, probably a 12 with an 8-inch arrow by itself and like maybe 2.5 cubes tuned to the sky, like 45 hertz, 50 hertz maybe, with an 8-inch arrow, and that's a lot of port area for that size. Probably like 17 to 20 cubes of square inches of port per cube. That's it. That's crazy, man. That's efficient too. 1800 watts doing a 54. Man, I'm only doing a 50.2, 0.3, whatever. Fuega says, I hope they don't call everything on the grill a hot dog in the South. Blake, yeah, my car is super tiny, so I only have 3 cubes net to play with. I have 2 digital DD audio 1112s, and I think you're right that I need a bigger port and more power. Hey, man, that's as long as I'm helping, man, I appreciate it, or I'm thankful that I'm able to help you. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, you can always mess with the port by increasing it or shrinking it, but look at the box parameters. Use that Ultimate Car Audio app. Try it. You can learn a lot just by messing with the numbers and messing with the port area compared to the enclosure volume. I know not everyone believes it, but I think it is very important. RGA says, as soon as you hit 30 miles an hour wind noise, meters per second, noise overrules energy transfer function open top. Right. You can't go. That's why, like, a lot of enclosures, kicker designs, they're like 16 to like 20, not even ms. So absolutely, man. Got lots of comments here, guys. I'm trying to catch up. Just Me says, my subs get hot. My current box doesn't have room to invert 2 DCL415s in a 7 cubic box with a 6-inch. Yeah, you got it. Wow. Yeah, you're tuned way low, dude. With 7 cubes with a 6-inch round. Man, I don't even know how you're getting into the 30s by tuning, and your port area per for that is very low. It's like 4 inches, squared inches per cube. That's very, very low. Yeah, you probably can play very low frequencies though. Try 15 hertz. I bet you it actually gets it. I had a box with 6 cubes, 6-inch port, 20 inches long, tuned to 22 hertz. And it liked 15 hertz. That's why I kind of knew what I had to do with Cookie Monster to get those lows. Just in a bigger enclosure, bigger sub, more power. Vega says, I think everyone should try building their own enclosure, but also paying a professional to do the job is fruitful in a different way. Absolutely, man. You know, trial and error. You know, if you got some time on your hands, that's the best way to learn. But you also do want to listen to other people, because otherwise you're just going to be spinning tire doing the same thing. So absolutely, man. And you can also see what they do by the professional job and maybe mimic it. Absolutely. Scott's here. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Deviant says, I never paid for a box, always built mine since 1993. You know what, Deviant? I know you're still using cardboard boxes. No one's going to judge you as long as you use the Gorilla Tape. You won't have any more baffle flex, buddy. I'm just kidding. Oh, Casey's here too. So these guys are just sitting here eating popcorn, laughing at me. Look at him. Look at him. I hope you feel better, buddy. Let's see here. James says, I run a smaller port on my normal non-SPL box. Okay. You never told me what size sub you had. Why do they call them soft drinks? I don't know. What's a hard drink? Oh, maybe that's why. V13 says, nope, no design sales from MBE. Nope. What's going on, Adam? SPL Lab guy right there, man. I'll be in contact with you soon to grab that DC clamp that works with the SPL Lab. I think that's so cool. It works everything on the screen. I still need to use Vegas on an actual video, though. Gotta at least use it once, man. I've been using it for other stuff. It's great. I love it. Thank you, Vega, for that thing, man. I want to try using it on my alternator to see how much, how much juice I'm actually getting out of that thing, too. Is it really putting out 320 amps? We're going to find out. John K says, on the note of airports, I just purchased a 3D printer and look forward to printing airports. Wow, that's pretty cool. I have yet to look into measurements for how to do it right. Any advice on that topic? I know the 10-inch port is, what, 0.333 inches thick, like the diameter of it. And I don't know, man. I feel like it'd be kind of hard to do all those sections and everything. I wish mine was just a certain length. That's why I'm pretty much using PVC, like cement, to put it together, because let's just say even the Gorilla Glue duct tape doesn't last forever. Port was starting to come apart and stuff, so maybe just make it one piece, dude. I think that would be the thing. And a flare. Flare is very important, dude. Flare helps us refract the waves from getting stuck in a way compared to a flat edge. Let's see. Absolutely, Mullen. Everyone puts their own twists on it. Absolutely, dude. Thanks for hanging in there, Justin. See you next time, buddy. Vega says, when are you going to have the Kayla stream? I need to know if your stereo impressed her. Me and El Fuego have a theory about bass and babes. I know, I've been trying to. I want to do something, though. With David's wife, Marissa, Kayla. I think that'd be pretty cool. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Not really. She's not impressed at all. Still not today. She won't admit it. But yeah, man, that was one thing that it was something you needed, to at least be able to enjoy the bass. Yeah, I get it. No one likes to hear 40 hertz consistently for 3 hours on a road trip. Got it. But she likes it. She likes music, She likes the bass too, dude. She really does. She really does. I'll never forget. She's like, I need a new system. I cannot. It doesn't even sound like I got bass in my car. Sorry, it's just a 10. I'm like 400 watts RMS. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I like those systems because I'm like, ooh, the front stage sounds nice. It sounds like I got basses on the front speakers and it's just clean, undistorted, and I can do this and it sounds really good, but it doesn't sound good for rap. But you know what I mean? It sounds good. It has its niche. I like those kind of systems sometimes. Yeah, you know what? My sub, plays a lot of low frequencies, but I feel like that's just because that's what I wanted. It all depends what you want, man. Yeah, we've been on here for an hour already. Absolutely, El Fuego. Kicker's Tech page on their website has good tips for beginner box builders. Absolutely, dude. You know, they are the sleeper company, but people are starting to wake up about them. But they're a sleeper company, man. They have so many things for the consumer and good products. And yeah, it's more expensive, but you know what you're getting. And it's awesome what they do. Everything they do. Second time on the live. And I think living it or loving it. Loving it. We'll go with that. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Dynamics are important. I tune to the driver to specific bandpass effective frequency. Exactly, man. Ooh, I just kind of use whatever the customer wants. It's like, oh, you want a lot of bass? No problem. Oh, you want it to sound, tight and responsive? You want a little bit better score? Okay, we'll do this. Right, too much low and not enough punch. Yeah, you lose your punch when you go too big. You talking smack there, Deviant? Talking about me, boy? Boy! Basshead 30 says, when people say they want that low bass, I tell them to just turn it down. I know, if you want to play rebass stuff and low-end frequency, just remember what you're giving up. Prefabs really aren't that bad, man. There's good prefabs, there's bad prefabs. But even with that, there's limitations too, man. Trying to go through the comments here. You guys are having fun. It's good. It's good. It's what you want to do, right? Larry has a question. Is Baltic birch the best material to go with if you need to factor in how much the box will weigh? I think it's a great option. I feel like the Baltic birch, the actual Baltic birch, not like the veneer pine, is probably going to be heavier, but it's probably going to be better than that. If you're looking for weight alone, yeah, dude, it's going to be anything better than MDF. MDF is going to be your heaviest wood, just because. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a good option, absolutely, if you can find it. I think the actual Baltic birch is like, what, 140 a sheet? But it's well worth it. You build your enclosure once, you shouldn't have to build it again. And if you do, it's because you want something else. Let's see here. Vega says, I'm a fan of plywood enclosures. Just make sure you get the good stuff. Right. You mean like the actual plywood? Right. I mean, it'll work. I've seen it done. You just have to have the right bracing and the right thickness. I can absolutely design your box. I usually do box designs for $10. I'll give you a whole cutout sheet and everything, little picture, fancy stuff. Just for my time, and talking to you to get everything set up. Sometimes I've done them for free, but it's just I'm so busy, and it's like, you want me to make time for you, I'll do it. $10, or you can be a Patreon for $5 and get it for free. Check that out. If not, yeah, dude, absolutely. You can email me at livingloudwithandy@gmail.com. If not, check me out on Facebook, Andy McGill, you know the name, and we'll get you going, dude. Let's see. I've designed so many boxes. Built like 10, 12. Designed a lot. Probably like 60, 70. I know it's not that much compared to a lot of people, but that's a lot of boxes, man. Like actually seeing them into fruition and everything. LOL, Andy got you good there, Deviant. Got him. Bobby B says, Vega, a lot of people can't build their own boxes, dude, and not having the tools. Right, dude. Anyone can build a box if you have the right tools. Makes it 100% easier. 100%. If you're sitting there with a bent jigsaw and your saw blade is fouled up, and if you even have that, yeah, man, sucks. Then your cuts are all like, trust me, man. I built some squiggly boxes, and I'm like, okay, I need to fix this. This is bad. This is bad. Got a table saw, got a Craig jig, man. You know, they're straight. They're money every time now, man. It's hard to mess it up. Let's see. Holy comments, guys. Does Gately sell box designs? I don't know. I'm sure he would. Scotty Petter! What's going on, man? Holy crap, it's been forever, dude. I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing alright, dude. This is what I do now. You know, YouTube, car audio. It's been the same thing, you know. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, I haven't really been doing much else, dude. I mean, it's tough times, and, you know, this keeps me busy. You should come out to one of my shows, man. Team SP Loud, dude. RGA is leaving. Where did I miss that? He's bailing. I gotta bail work tomorrow. Don't even lie. You're gonna be live after my show until 3 a.m. and then I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep and go to work because of you. No, thanks for tuning in, man. If I'm too loud, let me know. Sorry, headphone users. Bobby B says, Andy, my wife is more of a bass head than me. What? That's a good thing, man. You are blessed. You are blessed. I'm trying to catch up to these comments. There's so many comments. Oh my goodness. This StreamYard lies to you. It's like, oh yeah, you just got a little bit more. And you go down and it's like, boom, surprise. Wrong size. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's see. V13 says, me too, Andy, all about what my client desires. Absolutely, dude. 100%. Because you don't want to build them a box that you would like. You want to build a box that they would like. Sometimes you have to intervene a little bit and be like, listen, that's probably not going to be your best idea. But at the end of the day, you want to build them something that works good. And we know more than they do, so we need to help them out. It's like, listen, man, these kickers are not playing below 40 hertz. Don't even try it, dude. Don't even try it. They fall on their face. That's it. Jason Stokes, sorry for the late check-in. I sent you a DM on Facebook Messenger. Please check it out as far as the boombox video that you posted. I think it's worth it. Okay, I'll check it out, dude. Absolutely, man. I try to get to my Facebook messages all at once, and sometimes it just happens to be at 3 a.m. Like I say always, man. I'm just very busy, and it's like I want to give you guys the individual attention, but I do get a lot of comments and a lot of questions, and you know, between the YouTube, the Facebook, the Kicker Club, my own personal messenger, it is insane, man. But I'm trying, and I appreciate you guys contacting me. I will get back to you. Let's see. I know, I've been really trying to push Kicker Club now. Really hard. Got to, man. You got to. Deviant says, Andy, would you design Deviant a box for free? But I don't need it. Absolutely, man. Got you, buddy. If you want to give it away to someone, that's on you. Got you. Yeah, you're a $10 Patreon. What do you mean? You get 2 box designs. Nah, man. You know, I don't mind doing it, you know, for people that appreciate it. You know, and there's been some times, not every single design I've done, you know, and it's just like, I never hear anything back. You know, and it's just like, okay, cool. You know, and I see it, and I'm like, good. Great. You know, but and then there's other people like, man, I love his box. It sounds great. It's awesome. You know, that's what you know, the hour and a half of just designing it and just researching it, and then whatever else time it takes to do everything else, man. Absolutely, it makes it worth it. Then it's like you don't even have to pay me, you know? Just a bonus. All right, King Munchies. What's going on, man? Looking for a rear door speaker suggestion, size 6.5. Had Kicker KS650s, but those blew a while back. Man, I mean, if you're blowing the speakers, you're probably just pushing them a little bit too far past what they can do. Maybe, and if it's the rear doors, that's more likely to happen because you're not going to hear the distortion as bad because of your front speakers. They're right in your face. So I would look more into how much amplifier you got going to them and how much of a clean signal. If anything, next time you throw some speakers in there, dial it down a tad. You really don't get that much rear fill from your rear speakers. I know you can tell the difference when they're not there, but it's not going to make a difference if you just turn the gain down just a hair. I might have actually blown one of my KS69s, the 6x9s. I have to take it apart, see what's going on. It's either my amplifier channel went on the Alpine or the RCA came undone. I didn't really look at it, but I just know it ain't working on the right door, so I have to check it out, see what's going on there, man. I blow tweeters, you know, who doesn't, man? You know, because you're turning it up. Your bass is good, you're not clipping there, but your door speakers are screaming, and you know you're past where you set it on the DD1, but it just sounds so much louder, and you need it there, because it sounds good, and you keep it there, and then eventually things blow, man. That's why you just throw more speakers in there. Parker sounded so serious. Where? Did I miss his comment? Is he in here? He ain't in here. What you talking about, Willis? Deviant says time stamping that silly giggle. It'll be in the comments later. Thanks, buddy. Deviant only watches and makes me do dumb stuff for thumbnails. Down at the beach with my family for the night. That's awesome, man. I wish I could be at the beach. Enjoy your time, man. Shoot. But yeah, which speakers to go with? I would stick with the KS's, man. If you go with QS's, they're more for sound quality and stuff, and they're not as much power handling. And I don't know about output, but I would look more into your gain setting and how you have things set so it doesn't happen again. Or add more speakers, man, up in your front stage. 25 digs deep, waiting on Andy Short. Just noticed the kicker clock. I love that kicker clock, man. I love it. And it's like, I feel like it doesn't get enough attention. It's like, you know what? That's a perfect backdrop piece. It goes right with the Solo X's and everything, man. Absolutely. And we can tell more that we're going to keep it to 90 minutes with this guy. I might actually just do 90 minutes tonight. I feel like that's a good number. Plus, I'm going to be going live Thursday or Tuesday after the Unmasked show. We'll do that. Just so I don't get too burnt out. You know what I mean? And so everyone that's here stays till the end and gets to say goodbye. And I like to say goodbye to you guys too. Living Loud by Andy, sound delays. Am I delaying? Don't say I'm delaying. Don't you start. Am I delaying? El Fuego says barriers to box building, proper tools, skill set, time, and a place to build, lack of time, moderate skills, setting. Skill set is my hang up. Right, time is the killer, man. You know, to start and finish an enclosure that's a simple 12 or 212 enclosure slot port, it's still going to take you 8-9 hours unless you got a CNC and unless you got everything, you know what I mean? Like literally putting it together, gluing it, siliconing it, and sanding it. 9 hours minimum. If you're going faster than that, it's not a very good box. And if you put it together, you got better tools than I do. You got something that's automatically cutting out, bada bing, bada boom, and who knows what it looks like. You might not be staining it, might not be carpeting it. Absolutely, man. Vega says, I got to get some Z's. Got to do some work on the Trooper tomorrow. Y'all have a good weekend. Thank you for tuning in, Vega. I'll be in contact as usual, man. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Larry says, what would you say the minimum tools you need to do to build a good box? At least a hand... Dude, you can get away with literally a handsaw. And if you get one of those Craig jigs that literally you measure out the distance you want to cut and it goes at the edge of the piece of the wood, and then you have your handsaw that just goes right into it, and as long as it's straight and measured right, it's a pain, but once it's done, it's done. Then you just go rip, and it's a straight line every time. It's easier than using a table saw. Good luck trying to cut a 4x8 on a table saw by yourself. Let me tell you, man, it's scary. With the handsaw, you can get away with that. A little bit cheaper. The Craig jig's like 40 bucks. Handsaw, shoot, Walmart, 30 bucks. Buy a better blade for another 20. You're in at about $100. And a jigsaw, for sure. You need a jigsaw to cut out your port or, you know, tight corners, your surround, not your surround, but your speaker outlet, inlet, whatever, you know, your speaker hole. And a drill. You're gonna need a drill and screws. But we're not talking about that stuff. We need a drill for sure. One that's got a good battery too, or 2 batteries, because you can go through a whole battery pre-drilling, drilling, pre-drilling, drilling, pre-drilling, drilling. We ran into that. So I would say those are the 3 main things you need to build an enclosure, and then you can get a sander, but you can get away without using one. But yeah, absolutely, man. I feel like the Craig jig is key, dude. The Craig jig, straight lines every time. Dub Team says, I got a $10 jigsaw, a couple bottles of liquid nail, a $5 block of sanding, and made some decent boxes. You can't say you don't have tools. You just need to make the most of what you got. Right, and then I mean, I feel like it just makes it easier with the better tools you got. 100%, man. Love that logo, homie. Which one? This one? Or which one, buddy? But thank you. Ooh. My wife likes bass. That's good, man. You need that. You need that. 13 says, don't hate me, Andy. I never owned a kicker speaker at all. I'm ending this live right now. I'm just kidding. What? What? That's crazy. No, it's cool, man. The one I would suggest to get, man, you can't go wrong with an L7. You really can't. I mean, they're awesome. Even the L5, I feel like the L5 is really cool. Like the L7R, same thing. They're very efficient. And, you know, the L7X is going to be really nice, but it's up to you, man. Kicker comps get down too, man. Where that? Over here. There we go. There it is. They get down for what they are. Now, sound quality, I mean, if done right, you can get it really good. But if you're just trying to get like max output, ton of power, that's not what they're meant to do. Over $10 Patreon. Wait a minute. You're right. You're a couple pennies or something over. That's right. That's right. My bad, buddy. Man, we got lots of comments here. Holy moly. Okay, let's see here. James Chowder says, gonna have you help me with the Burt box for the L7X to try to win USAC world title in stock 1K. I'm down, dude. I'm down. 100%, dude. Let's see. Andy, I've been pushing the Kicker Club for you too, bro. I know you have. You are the top contributor of Kicker Club. I appreciate you and love you, man. Thank you. And I know you do it because you're that dude too, man. Shoot, man. Jason said, same as Bobby's wife, went from 2 R12s, R1, reference 1, so Rockford Fosgate, and now she has 3 ZV515s behind the 3rd row. Damn, she's probably doing 55s, bro. That's all right, though. 55, 56 on like 7, 8K? Yeah, man. Lost you guys. Again, this mouse, terrible. But I see the super chat. Thank you, David. I love you, man. Your $5 brought the live back. It did. Thank you, man. I gotta get a different mouse. This mouse is great. But that back button, I can't turn it off. Unless you guys know how to turn off buttons on a mouse, I need that off because I accidentally hit that. And that's not good. But love you, David. Thank you, man. Let's see here. I'm waiting to see all the comments and where'd he go? LOL back. Uh-oh. What? What happened? Listen, 13 said he didn't run kicker. You think I was joking? Done. Done. I can't. Let's see. I only use wood glue and brad nails, super strong. I heard nails are better because they bend, they don't break. I've never built one out of nails, but I know the kicker boxes build them, at least they used to, the older enclosures with nails. I don't know if they still do. I had to pop a couple back in, you know what I mean? Deviant says amateur box builders, Depot and Lowe's will cut for free. Oh man, oh man. You know they will. And it says 50 cents a cut after soap money. You know what? I never had them charge me extra, but man, the cuts were always off. And the problem is they don't know how to cut wood. They have a big table saw. They do a rip down, and then what they do is they rip it back up. And guess what happens? There's not two people holding both pieces of wood or pulling the wood out before they rip it back up. They're literally chopping at the wood, and it's literally off every time. And I had them cut it out one time. I was like, yeah, just shut it off and then pull out the wood. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be like bending it and whatever. And every piece was good except one had a little bit because the blade was still going and the wood dropped and it cut that off. So, but it was still off like a half an inch or a quarter of an inch or something. So I still had to trim the whole thing. I'm like, what's the point of that? It's nice to get it in the sections that you need. Not exact measurements, not at all. All right, let's see here. El Fuego says the Easter Bunny is not bringing the Solo X. My money is on Independence Day with the fireworks. That's what I'm feeling too, man. Summertime and, you know, just with, you know, I feel like they would have said something a little bit more right about now. Just a little bit more. Let's see here. Mullen is an old man. He went to sleep. Oh no. He's asleep. Sleep. Or just hanging out, Paul. You know the deal. Come on, man. Alright. Walter Myers. Thanks for tuning in, man. You new here? This is all we do is just kick back and talk about car audio. And I'm probably going to end this pretty soon. So every Friday at 10 o'clock, right after the Rolling Thunder podcast. See, now you guys don't have excuse. You can also see what time it is, you know? Unlike TikTok, you can't tell what time it is. They make sure that your clock is not on the phone. All right, cool. If you guys got any last questions, let's get them. 25 says, Andy, have you had a chance to see the new JP amps at Down for Sound? Not for sale yet, though. Yes, I've seen those. Not in person, obviously. But yeah, man, they're beautiful. But they're way too big for me to test. They're like 3,000 watts and up. But absolutely, man. Jacob does some pretty good artwork on those, too. Ooh, that felt good. Let's see. Johnny Robert, what's going on, man? Hey, you do window tint good, right, bro? Yeah, man. Absolutely. Just come on by. Let's throw some soap on your window. I do not know how to do tint. I couldn't even tint my own taillights with that crap. I used the spray. It worked a lot better. Not good with that kind of vinyl. Thanks for tuning in, man. Your dad's old kicker is still running strong in Nikki's car. And that thing is on two Pioneer 760 watt amplifiers. Literally one on each coil, man. Still hanging in there. I don't know what he did to it, but we got it run and it's going good too. Usually I hear everything. Anything that happens wrong with her system, I know quick. I currently don't have a DSP. Would I really benefit from putting one in? Yes and no. Yes, most likely. If you're looking for maybe better sound quality, if your car has all pass filters, then 100%. If not, maybe a DSP would help with tonality, staging, all that kind of stuff, and a lot more. So it all depends your setup. I wouldn't say you're going to go wrong with putting a DSP in, or any kind of, equalizer, stuff along those lines. But I don't like equalizers too much. I mess with them a little bit, and I'm always tweaking with stuff. I'd rather almost not, but that's why the key lock and all those other ones are really cool, because it's like automatic DSP and setting your gains and everything in between, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, absolutely. I would say that you could definitely do it, dude. Andy, go till midnight. You're killing me, Smalls. I love you, Bobby. 7 more minutes, Annie, making an hour and 30. That's what I was thinking. I mean, we're already there now. Andy, how did you get good with kicker? Good question. Honestly, I've ran the Solo X for so long, and then I tried reaching out to Bill before it was Bill, how to get sponsored, and he sent me to Roger Demir, and I sent him pictures of my build and stuff like that, and he got me set up with the Kicker VIP, and that was that. Didn't really buy anything, even though I had half off stuff. I just didn't buy anything. And then I think it was maybe 6-8 months after that, I sent Bill a photo of my new box, and with Aaliyah holding the sign, you know, hearing protection must be worn in this area in front of the Cookie Monster before it was even Cookie Monster. And that kind of went good, and he like posted it, and that's kind of where we started it from there. I became friends with Bill before I knew who Bill was. When I got the message from Kicker on my phone, it was the greatest feeling. I'm like, oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. Now it's Bill, it's Bill, this is cool, you know. It's a different feeling, but it's Bill, man, and it's awesome. And that's kind of how it started. And before I even, you know, really met Bill, when I went to Slamology, and parked my car by the Kicker Cube, and I ran before that. I ran up to Steve Irby, and I talked to Steve Irby, and just shook his hand, and because I think, was it Bill? I forget which, but either way, shook his hand, whatever, left. Rain came, then I went to go park by the Kicker Cube because everyone was leaving. I'm like, I ain't leaving. I'm going by the Kicker Cube. I'm gonna go park beside it. I need a picture with my car beside this thing. Take the picture, and I'm like, you know, just whatever. And it's like barely drizzling. It's like stopped raining. And that's when Bill came up to me. He's like, Andy, how you doing? I'm like, good. How are you? He's like, I'm Bill. I'm the one you've been talking to for the past year and a half or whatever. Kicker. Oh, snap. Okay. Hey, you mind if we do a little live real fast? Literally like right on the spot. And literally in between the live and me just going over his system, my system, Kip walks over, and he's like, hey, oh yeah, I talked to Andy a little bit earlier, and it was like, man, everything at once. So that's really what opened up the door, you know, meeting them in person. Kip got the demo first, and then Steve Irby got the demo of not this Cookie Monster, but the first one. The more sound quality, not sound quality, I mean, it was doing a 46 at 38 hertz on 1400 watts. It was a very nice build. I love that build. Wasn't as windy though, but Steve Irby literally said, I remember him saying it, literally, wow, that plays low. And I could play down to like 30 hertz, but it sounded good. You know, obviously you go way low below that, it didn't sound too good, but I knew what to play. You know what I mean? That's how we do with our car audio stuff. So absolutely, man, and that was the coolest thing. And it was cool because Caleb filmed both of them, so at least, you know, I got memories I can look back on, you know. I definitely want to give him a new demo of Cookie Monster 2.0. It's already 2.0, really, but no one knows of the first one that much because I didn't really become popular until I built a big box that could do hair tricks, and everyone's like, oh my god, look at that thing. That thing's crazy. So yeah, man, absolutely. That's how I kind of got good with Kicker, and it's just kind of been a snowball effect rolling down the hill, and it's getting better and better along the way. And they're awesome people, man. I look at them as family, friends that are just, you know, they're awesome, and they really do support what I do, and I support them in the way that I can, man. So it's awesome. Blessed, truly blessed, and I'm humbled to be in the spot I am, man. And it's just, I feel like I've always wanted to be in this spot, you know, to help people car audio, to rep whatever I feel, you know, not rep a brand, but in a sense, it's just cool that I get to do that along the way. But I've always ran Kicker, dude, for like the longest freaking time, man. I was obsessed with this thing. Deviant says, best streams ever. Thanks, man. David, again. Okay, Beardy Love. Sup 14.4 Volt Talk. Absolutely, David. Thank you, man. Dude, we got to get them on one of these chats, man. We do. Me and you. We're going to get them. Deviant and 25. Maybe a private live. And then, if enough money's involved, we'll pitch in, Dave. Maybe like $1,000. We're going to get them on a live stream. Then they'll be talking. We'll get them. Thank you for the super chat, man. And you know what? 14.4 Volt Talk for the win. Lighting recommendations for home audio. Ooh, You mean like for your home theater or like this? Like, what do you mean by that exactly? I never really mess with lighting too much with that. I wish I could have like a nice home theater. Johnny says, I got a 10-inch kicker myself. I want more. Dude, you want more. You get like 2 15s, but I don't know what you're going to fit in that S10. Maybe 2 12s. Throw a good ton of power to it. Upgrade your electrical. Be smart about it. You know who to call. You'll be loud. You'll like it. Again, David with the... Yeah, thanks, man. You guys are nuts. Appreciate all y'all. I really do. 13 says, Andy, how did you get in with kicker like you are? Didn't I answer that? Did I go back? I hate these comments. They mess up. Need a boss clock to tell me the wrong time. Thanks, David. Cool. Thanks, man. You know, it's like storybook, fairy tale ending stuff, you know, and I was always worried, you know, after all that originally happened. I'm like, man, it's all gonna end, you know. I'm just another guy. And it became so much more, and I'm so happy that it did, dude. Andy, kicker family. 100%, dude. 100%. El Fuego says, Kip has been there from the beginning with Andy's kicker journey. He has, dude. He really has, man. And, you know, he's been, as he says, not trying to blow smoke up my skirt or anything, but he's definitely been an influencer, dude. Paul says, kicker for life, man. Yeah, what did you guys think about that boombox video, man? Love that down for sound, man. JBL's alright, but that Bullfrog 400, smacking on him. Smacking on him. You could really tell with the recording, with the microphone, the difference. In person, yeah, you can kind of tell, but it makes the kicker sound like a little more tinnier. Compared to the down for sound sounds like it's more boomier. But there's a reason for that. Deviant, the community has demanded the return of 14.44 volt talk, aka Dynamic Duo, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday only. Hashtag Dean Free. Yeah, only certain days of the week you're allowed to be 14.4, okay? Okay? Yeah? David says, I'm in $100 the day we get 14.4 volt talk. You see that? I'm matching that. Let's do it. You hear that, guys? No pressure. Come on, man. 14.4 volt talk for life. 100%, buddy. The rise of double T's in your face. Damn, is that a kicker clock behind you, bruh? Yeah, man, it is, dude. Literally. Just a cone, no magnet and motor. I mean, who wants to lug that around, and how are you gonna put that on your wall? Yeah, dude, it's cool. I love it. I always wanted to do it, and yeah, did it. And honestly, it helps me practice to take apart the kicker subs so that I can recone them. Because you can buy like the coil and the spider, but you can't buy the cone. That's the problem. And then you have to literally take it. I haven't taken the spider off of the coil, which might be a problem, but I got that whole assembly off, which is the main guts. And you have to keep that because that main guts goes onto the cone, because the cone is really like a dust cap. The whole thing is a dust cap, and then there's this thing behind it that acts like the cone that goes to the former. And you have to keep that and re-glue a new coil onto that cone part and put your spider on accordingly. 25 says, Andy, did you hear Rockford Fosgate got bought? No, I did not, dude. What? Once you own W7s, you never go back, dude. I refoamed the W7. It sounded great. I built a box for a W7, and he blew it on a Terramp 3K. Bad boy. Woo, we famous. Just Me says, I liked your reviews of all the speakers. The large kicker looks nice but pricey. Right, $329. I mean, that's expensive for a boombox, but you can throw that thing in the water. It has an FM radio. It has a lot of features, you know. But yeah, it's expensive, dude. You know, they don't even make the 200, 400 right now because of the chip shortage. All you can get is the 100, just like Paul has here. You know it, man. You know, he comes and goes. He comes and goes. Blastoise for the win. I want that goddamn clock. I know, it's so cool, man. You know, and it's like, I posted about it. People liked it and stuff. And it's like, man, it's so cool. And it's like been in my living room and like no one really sees it. I'm like, I really want it here. And I was going to stick it up there. But I'm like, well, I don't have anything to display right now. Why not put it there? You know, it works. And you guys didn't really see it. I didn't put it on YouTube or anything. Heck yeah, man. I would like to make them, you know. It'd be expensive, but I would like to make them. Deviant says, need Andy Fuego 25 RGA. Thomas Marshall Mullen to hit me up on the side for real. Ooh. Meet me in the Patreon chat. Yeah. 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 We need to have a chat room. Of course, 3K is way too much. 3K, 3,000? Living Loud by Andy Subclocks. Dude, that would be badass. For real. For real. For real. Dub Team, send me a blown speaker. I'll make it a clock for you. Right, dude? It's not hard, you know? It's just the kicker subs, they use really good glue. They use really good glue, so the adhesives stick very well. And you don't want to go too hot, or they will welt. I've had a kicker comp, yeah, CVR, the first one I did, and I went a little too hot. Kind of bubbled a little bit, but it came off. Let me tell you, it came off. Please talk about the clock again. The clock. The clock. I love the clock. It's so cool. The only thing I had to do was tighten the back of it because Bryson knocked it down and it was like, you know, swirling back and forth. And I'm like, I gotta take this thing all apart. But it's pretty simple. Yeah, I bought the... You can go on eBay or Amazon. The little parts are like $10. It's a little kit, dude. You caught up on the comments just now. I know, dude. I know. It's hard. StreamYard's weird. It acts like I don't have that many, and then I really have a lot. But I just want Andy's one. Oh. Andy Flav. Flavor Flav. Base heads who subscribed. Thanks. Andy caught up. I'm trying. Am I really caught up or am I not caught up? Yeah, I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 3,000 into the W7. Yeah, yeah. Didn't even have to be clipping, man. Way too much power. Did you know the W7 and the Solo X share a very similar coil size? Just the one is copper, I believe, and the other one's Clapton coil? Correct me if I'm wrong. Both 3.5-inch coil, at least the W7 13.5-inch version. There he goes again about that darn kicker clock. I mean, it even rolls off your tongue, man. Kicker clock. Kicker club. Kicker, kicker. Come on, man. Oh, yikes. Base heads who subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys are watching and you're not subscribed, what is wrong with you? Please, subscribe. It really doesn't matter about subscribers, man. It helps. It does. But it's, you know, you guys just watching my stuff, man. It builds naturally, you know. I see a lot of people complain about the YouTube algorithm and blah, 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 but it does work. If you keep putting out good content, it does work. And yeah, just like anything, you don't know how everything works, but you got to try your best, man. Brian says 100 minutes in and blowing that 90 minutes away. Oh, we didn't keep it to 90 minutes. Damn it. Damn it, the clock failed. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Okay. Got someone new here. Johnny, thanks for tuning in, man. Just got done trying to tune my brother's... Ooh, okay. Just got done trying to tune my brother's budget system, 2 shallow 10s, Jensen Bluetooth app, gotta go. Yeah, is that the Jensen amp where you have to tune it with your phone? Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. You gotta let me know how accurate that is. I feel like, does it go to like the each like gain number, or is there like a major delay between, you know, setting your gain and real time what it's putting out when you're setting your stuff? That's crazy, man. I like it because there's no knobs, but you know. Yeah, man, they're very similar, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. The W7 and the Solo X. That's why when they said 5,000 RMS, I mean, yeah, you can have a lot of cooling features all you want, but it's not 5,000 RMS continuous. You know, it's a 2,500, 2,000 RMS sub. And that's why people are going crazy about, oh, the Solo X, the new one, is only 2,000 RMS. Boy, yeah. And it's the family. It's a member of the family, and it's already there. And it's got way more performance than other features and specs and technology. Whew, you guys are going to be excited. That's all I can say. I'm excited for it too, man. It just needs to be here. It'd be great, but, you know, when it's here, it's here. El Fuego says, I'm going to clock a 140 with my comp Q15. You should, dude. You should be there all day, dude, even with the power you're clamping. DubTV, you drunk? It's a clock. Send me a blown sub. I'll make it a clock. Just pay shipping and clock parts. I'll do labor for free. Look at that. Deviant is... He didn't tell everyone. He is my clock builder for the Living Loud with Andy clock. So if you need a clock done, let him know. Kip. Kip's in the clock for real. Amp gain should be set with car turn on or off. On. Absolutely. I like doing amp gain even with speakers hooked up, because then you'll have voltage drop. If you set your gains without any voltage drop and your voltage drops, you might be clipping earlier than you think. Food for thought. Deviant, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I really do. Not surprising, both fantastic subs, right? And they're both, you know, W7 is a sound quality sub, and it's like, not too far off, right? You put one of these in a sealed enclosure, man, it's a musical sub. It really is. It's just bigger. Kip is actually behind that clock, turning the arms to make it seem like it's working, right? You guys are on to me. Johnny says, yes, I told him it's more of a PA system type amp where you use it, put it away, nice EQ, but out of control. Yeah, that's tough with those type amps with the Bluetooth. I want to try it. I know Derek did an Amp Dyno and a review on it, but it'd be cool to grab one just cause, you know what I mean? I do want to get every kicker product. It's been more than 90 minutes, I can tell. Every Walmart product, sub, amp, eventually. 25 says I clean clocks. And then Deviant says I clock hose. Wow, the tables have turned quickly there. I use it for my mom's Christmas float past year. That's awesome, man. Pumping out the jams. What should I clock my amp gains to? Yes. Turn it to 11. Yeah, see, I still gotta fix that white balance. I get a little white when I put my head down. Or the ISO, one of the two. Alright, let's see. Damn it, it was 11. Oh, wait. Wait, what did you say, 25? The Life Facts mine got clean with a tribute on your channel. Deviant says, damn it, it was 11:04 that Andy giggled. Shoot, I can't remember. Yep. Something like that. Alright, let's see. Alright, cool. We're all caught up. Did an hour and 48 minutes. I think that's good. 90 minutes-ish, you know. Ish. And we'll go live Tuesday, for sure, after the Kicker Unmasked show. Talk about what they talk about. Hang out like we do. And I said I was gonna relax, and guess what? Last weekend, I did nothing but relax. I did not relax at all. I had to literally set up a saltwater tank, Last minute, hey buddy, can you do this? Yeah, sure. So that was that Sunday, and then Saturday, I forget what I did Saturday. I did something Saturday, but took up the whole day. So maybe relax a little bit, but I don't even want to say that, because if I say that I'm going to relax, I'm not going to be able to relax at all. 25 said it's been good, Andy. See you then. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the chat and after the show. 13, thank you for the super chat, man. I see you with RGA and their podcast. I'm not going to make any promises. I want to try to get on your show this Sunday, but that's why I couldn't come, because I was setting up a saltwater tank, exchanging Christmas gifts Sunday, so that's why that happened. But yeah, man, thank you for the super chat. He said, thanks for the sick chat, Andy. See you soon. Absolutely, man. I will see you there, either on the show or in the comment section, man. And thanks for hanging out, dude. Damn, the dynamic duo on their game tonight. Chillax. I'm going to try. Check the comment. Timestamps coming right after the stream ends. Brian, we are all on the same time. Or something. Andy, Kicker, Amp Dino. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I got to start filming the Walmart series. That's coming up. Scar one. It's going to be on the back burner for a little while. Make you guys wait for that. But I want to do the Walmart one. Step 2 of it. And then I'm going to do the Amp Dino video. You know, spread it out a little bit. Buffering. Always. Thank you, El Fuego. Thank you, man. Just me. See you next time. If you have any questions, you know what to do, man. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. GZ52, catch you Tuesday, buddy. Sounds good, man. I'll see you then for sure. Walmart. Walmart screens. All right, cool. I love that clock. We're going to leave it on that, man. And we're going to do the little rollout video. And I'll see you guys' comments. You guys are going to make me smile. And maybe cry. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys Tuesday. Stay living loud as always. See you next time. See ya.